Hey guys, welcome to the Superhero Post Show. It's your boy Stevie Hayes, and today I want to talk to you guys about Black Adam. So as you see, obviously wearing a Black Adam shirt. I went to go see it last night on opening day, and I went with like 6 or 7 of my friends, and let me tell you, man, we had a great time. It felt good just to be back in the movies for a really good movie premiere, and it was just a vibe. I'm like just with my friends eating a crap ton of popcorn, got a really nice Black Adam tin as well, and it was just a vibe. Like it was so much fun. But I will say, man, shout out to everyone who loves this movie. Guys, I wouldn't follow what the critics say. I do think the critics capped a lot because a lot of people said this movie was bad and they were giving it low ratings. And I'm not gonna lie, like I really don't listen to the critics. I've adapted a really good practice of like just kind of separating what they think to what I believe. So I came in very open minded. I didn't think it was going to be as great as it was, but let me tell you, this movie is amazing. This is a top mid-level tier film. I enjoyed. This might be the most enjoyable movie that I've seen this year. Like I'm just comparing it to the Batman and Doctor Strange. Like this might be the most enjoyable film I've seen so far. And let me just say that, bro, this movie is top tier. Like it is amazing. And The Rock, man, let me tell you, Dwayne Johnson did an amazing job. And I'm just shocked that Rotten Tomatoes gave it such a low score. I'm just so shocked. But because I'm pretty sure that right now the audience score is around 90% and the critic score is around like 50%. So as you see, again, there's always a big shift because the critics don't know what they're doing. They don't know the comics. They don't know the content. They don't understand, anything about superhero fandom. So obviously they're going to do a weird score. But the fans love it. I love it. And I think it's amazing. So we're going to get into some things about this movie that I love. And we are going to talk about some spoilers. So if you haven't seen it, leave. But if you haven't seen it and you don't care, then you're able to obviously watch this video. But we're going to get into the biggest strengths of this film that I love. So the first thing I want to talk about is the action. The action is amazing. I think Black Adam's entrance into this movie is one of the best entrances I ever seen for a hero because it's like Black Adam comes in like she says Shazam the girl and Black Adam comes and he legit is just destroying everyone and there is legit a big power gap between him and a human being and you see it and he's literally beating these people with ease. Like he's putting in no type of effort whatsoever. So that was amazing. But I do also and then, like, obviously, there was this part where Black Adam was kind of flying through, and then he got shot with this mineral that they were finding. I think it's called, like, yttrium or something, and it actually cut him up. They didn't even go any forward with that plot, which at first I didn't understand, but now I get it because there was a bigger force for Black Adam to fight. But, dude, the action, as I said, is amazing. The trailers don't even do it justice because there's a whole nother villain that you don't even know about. Like, the trailers don't even hint to it. And so it just blew my mind how great it was. I mean, the CGI was awesome. The flying was really good. The fighting was top tier. The way the punches were thrown, the sounds of the punches, the scores. I mean, it was fire. Like I was like this the whole time. It was amazing. The next thing is the depth. So like I didn't really think that there was gonna be a lot of character depth to Black Adam because I mean like even in the animated films they've never really dived into how deep Black Adam is and how he connects with with characters like Shazam and how I mean they've obviously talked about his power level, but I mean all in all, if to like a regular fan you don't really know a lot about him, and they gave him a lot of depth as a character because we see that his son was basically the Black Adam before him, and he ended up passing it on to his father, so his father wouldn't die. So then when The Rock, who's the father of his child, becomes Shazam, his son gets killed right before his eyes, and it kind of shows why he grew so angry and enraged. He destroyed like basically the whole entire palace with the king and everyone in it. And I feel like that kind of death gives a reason to why he's so angry. It kind of gives a method, I guess, to his madness and why he's so violent. Because when the movie first started, he just comes off as a guy who's angry for no reason, and his job is just to conquer and free his people. But there's a deeper, thing to it. I also think that there is something there now. The kid, okay, now the girl who basically brought Black Adam back. She has a son. I ain't gonna lie, he was mad annoying, in the film. He was getting on my nerves, I'm not gonna cap. But I do think there's depth between the mom and the son as well, because I feel like Black Adam sees her son the same as his son, because the lady's son, he's very bold. You know, he is not afraid to go against the law. He's not afraid to go out and stand for what's right, similar to what his son was. So that was also a awesome thing. And for a moment, I did say, hey man, what if his son ends up becoming, or what if the girl's son ends up becoming Black Adam, but didn't happen. But yeah, so I think the movie was very deep, but not like super deep. It was deep enough to make you understand Black Adam and why he is the way that he is. Now, the third thing that I love is that the stakes are high, right? But it doesn't feel like a universally high. So when I say that, I say like in a solo film, right, for a solo hero, and I love using like Black Panther as an example, because in the first Black Panther movie, the stakes were very high, but it wasn't universally high. For an example, like to me, if Wakanda went out and tried to take the world for vibranium, the Avengers are shutting that down easily, or whoever's there. Like I don't really see Wakanda defeating any of the Avengers with like it's no contest. It's whatever. But I also still felt like, T'Challa still had high stakes. I mean, obviously, it was his kingdom. And with Black Adam, I feel the same way. The stakes were high that this devilish figure, I'm not trying to, I do want to, like, not give you everything, but this devilish figure, right, that came into the island of Kandar, or whatever it's called, and he's trying to conquer the land. It's very high stakes. Why? Because the people can die, and that could be the start of him ruling over the world, because he can summon demons everywhere. Even though Superman would probably stop him and all the other heroes, but still, stakes still felt super high, and it felt like it was a life or death situation. Like, yes, we all know that Black Adam is going to win at the end, but it still makes you worry. Like, yo, like, is homie going to make it? It made me feel like, yo, is it going to be a freaking Game of Thrones part where Jon Snow's supposed to kill the Night King, but Arya does? Like, does the son end up killing this devilish figure who's trying to take over Kandar? No. But, yeah, so it felt very high. And not saying that I was stressed out, but I was clenching my seat like, yo, like, what's about to happen next? Now, I want to say this. Hawkman shined, okay? I think I commented on this earlier, back when the trailer first came out, like a year ago. Hawkman has he has one of the most beautiful costumes that I've ever seen in my life. The wings with the red trim is freaking beautiful, and the way he was kind of being a hothead, but he also had some type of power level at the same time. It was just an amazing way to kind of put everything together, and I was in love with just Hawkman as a character. Like, he did so great. Also, Dr. Fate as well, he shined, because with Hawkman and Dr. Fate, because if you don't know, Atom Smasher and the Tornado chick, they were kind of the newbies, and then and then Dr. Fate and basically Hawkman, they were kind of like the vets in this whole situation, and I think that they both played key roles into this film. Like, if you don't know, Dr. Fate is the reason why Black Adam comes back to fight this devilish figure and save the whole entire city. So yeah, man, I think that like they both shined, and I think that we got to see Dr. Fate's power level because he is OP, and I think we got to see like a big part of that. And then, obviously Hawkman, he did his thing. I can't hate. And so I also do think, now the last thing that I'm going to get into, which is probably the most important thing to me, the Superman post-credit scene. Okay. Now, let me just be very frank with you. It is amazing. Basically, him and Amanda Waller, whatever the chick's name is there, she's like saying, yo, you like, we'll let you rock out, but you got to stay here. And he's like, nah. And she was like, well, we can send forces not from this planet, whatever, send all you got. And the second he destroys the device that he's targeted to, on, Superman lands. And here are two things that are shocking. Number one, we do not hear Zack Snyder's original score. We hear the original score. The Christopher Reeve score. And Superman's suit looks way better, and we have the original Jerry curl down the head. Now, I love this version of Superman way more because it honor, and this was one of my problems with Zack Snyder's Superman, is I feel like he didn't honor the tradition of Superman, even though I believe that Henry Cavill is the greatest Superman of all time. But it seems like they're honoring the tradition of the older Superman while also giving Superman like a newer, more, vibrant look. Like the suit is shinier, and it just looks very classic, but also new. So yeah, man. And he looked good, man. And seeing him and Black Adam face off was awesome. Now let's just get this out of the way. Black Adam ain't on no type of power level Superman. Superman would destroy him with ease. Okay, let's keep that pushing. Now, here is something that I do think is going to happen at kind of for the future. I do think that because this movie was so well done, and I think that the fans are going to love it, and I think that this is going to be carried on into something more. I think they might have to change the arc of Black Adam. I think that, I hate to say this, but I think that Black Adam is going to be looked at more of a hero than Shazam even is. Obviously it's because The Rock is Black Adam, obviously, but I do think that they're going to have to make some slight change, because I don't know if the anti-hero thing is going to be like that good going forward, because I don't know, man. I feel like fans are going to want more Rock as Black Adam, and to do that, how are you going to be able to juggle this Justice League idea with the anti-hero idea? Because you could do a Superman versus Shazam versus Black Adam film, which will probably do $1 billion. But I also think that at the same time, you can make a slight change and make Black Adam a good guy and just rock out with that, and just have Shazam and Black Adam on the same side. Maybe they start beefing, but Black Adam ends up becoming a hero. I don't know how they're going to do it, but some slight changes are going to have to happen. And Black Adam's final suit is amazing. I love it. I mean, I am all in all just in love with this movie, and I think that so far this might be the best superhero film that I've seen this year. Other than the Batman, I don't really count. I have a hard time counting the Batman because it was a very grounded film. But as in superhero, superpowers, metahumans type vibe, and magic, this is the best movie so far this year. And yeah, man, that's really my reviews. That this movie is a banger, and I think that this movie is going to be very successful in the box office. I just think that the critics are they're haters. They're hating, like you're hating on this great movie. But don't listen to the critics. Go see it for yourself. But for me, I think it's fire. I love it. And I'm going to see it again tonight. I'm probably going to see it again Sunday and Monday. So tell me what you guys think about Black Adam so far, and have a wonderful day. Peace out.